Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you. How bold James and John are, the sons of thunder. They're like children strategizing with their parents. They try to get our Lord to say yes before he knows what he's saying yes to. But he is the one who, before a word is on their tongue, knows it through and through. And they truly do not know what they are asking. Only on the hill of Calvary will they see who is at our Lord's right and left, as he opens the gates of his kingdom. Two crucified thieves, stripped naked of everything, and tortured to death, and dying with our Lord at his right and left, completely forsaken in this world's eyes, except for the words for one of them, "Today you will be with me in paradise." And notice that our Lord turns the tables on them. Instead of Christ committing to something before he knows what it is, he makes James and John commit to something before they know what it is. To drink the chalice that I drink, to be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized. These two images are rooted in the Old Testament. To drink the chalice of God's wrath is to undergo immense suffering, and to be baptized or immersed in an overwhelming flood of suffering in the floodwaters of chaos and of death. And yes, James and John will have the immense honor of suffering with our Lord and sharing in his redemptive suffering, to give their lives too as a ransom for many. James will be the first apostle to die, and John will be the last apostle to die. James suffers a red martyrdom, killed by King Herod Agrippa, as recorded in Acts chapter 12, verse 2. And John suffers a white martyrdom, suffering years of harsh labor and exile on the island of Patmos, and at some point being boiled alive in a cauldron of boiling oil in Rome, but miraculously surviving to eventually die a natural death. And perhaps in that cauldron of boiling oil, he remembered these words of the fierce baptism with which Jesus was baptized. And John's zeal to suffer with our Lord allowed him to miraculously survive and offer more sacrifices for the salvation of souls. In union with this one sacrifice, which will be represented here on this altar, in this very church, on this very morning, where we who have been baptized into the death of our Lord at the baptismal font, so that we may rise like him, where we do indeed drink the chalice that he drank, and receive the body, blood, soul, and divinity, which flowed forth from his open side upon the cross, from which flowed forth water and blood, baptism and Eucharist, that baptism with which we are baptized, that Eucharist in which we drink the chalice of his suffering. For Jesus did not reject the desire of the hearts of James and John. He did not reject their aspiration for greatness, but he reveals that the path to greatness is humble, self-emptying love. Whoever wishes to be great among you, whoever wishes to be first, come to the waters, come drink the chalice, take up your cross, that you may be taken up to the kingdom.